Ravens are so happy to be here. This game has been scheduled all along for this Monday night. Baltimore's last 2 games postponed a total of 5 times. Ravens won the toss, and the Browns get it. Dearness Johnson
had a penchant to talk a little bit in the media, but he has been all business, all focus ahead of this one.
They open 1st down and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Play fake to Nick Chubb. Mayfield takes a hit as he throws.
And you know they're one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL. Keep your eye on rookie Harrison Bryant, number 88, the tight end. Dual threat as far as being a blocker and a receiver.
On 2nd down and 10, Mayfield wants it again. The throw, it's David Njoku. He's got the 1st down, and he'll be knocked down at the 40-yard line by... Chubb's first touch of the night. Out beyond the 40.
Coverage is going to be a big one tonight, and Lewis mentioned it off the top. 2 of the best corners in the business, but Chuck Clark, keep an eye on him around the box against Chubb.
Here's Chubb, making some people miss.
Have fundamental tackling technique.
Kareem Hunt is in there now on this 3rd down and 4. Pressure from Baltimore. Screen to Hunt. Got the 1st down and more. At the Baltimore 45. Quick throw. Jarvis Landry can throw it, and he will. All the way across to Nick Chubb. And has 1st down yardage. So some early trickeration.
To the huddle, you have a little appreciation for your quarterback.
On 1st down and 10. Mayfield looks like he's going to throw it all over the yard all night. Harrison Bryant. No Austin Hooper tonight for the Browns. Had a neck injury Thursday in practice. Here's Mayfield on the roll. 2nd and 6, able to complete. All the way down to the Baltimore 18. Andy Janovich, the fullback, in there. Here's Mayfield, look to the right and throws to his left. Able to complete. It's Rashard Higgins.
It looked like that ball came out. Yeah, that's his 7th forced fumble this season.
Leads the NFL. 2nd and 1 now. Mayfield throwing. Easy 1st down, and that football comes out. Apparently Marlon Humphrey not the only one watching for film on who might carry that football loosely. So it is 1st and goal now. On the ground, here's Nick Chubb, breaks a tackle and breaks the plane into the end zone. Strong opening drive, but
you get this offensive line coming off on this double team up to the 2nd level, and the quarterback is responsible for that guy. That's the design of this play, and when you get that cutback from Nick Chubb and the quarterback holds Jihad Ward.
3rd opening drive for a touchdown for the Browns this season, but the 1st since week 4. Cody Parkey, 34 of 35 on the season. Very, very happy as well. So a championship in Ohio, a couple hours away in Columbus. 7-0 Browns. First opportunity. Devin Duvernay from the goal line for the Ravens. Out, down, and slips down out beyond the 25-yard line.
And the play's there for him to make it because he's the best player on the field.
1st down and 10. Mark Ingram pitches it back. Thought they were going to flea flicker, and Jackson will run and wind up being tackled for a loss.
Early, and they get Mark Andrews back, as we mentioned. That's a huge addition for Lamar.
Got the fullback in motion, Ricard. On 2nd down and 11, handed to Dobbins. And he's out to the 31-yard line.
This team on the ground will just give you nightmares.
3rd and 6 from the 31. Nice pocket for Jackson, breaks down. He nearly slipped down again. There is a flag that has come out. Jackson has 1st down yardage.
Holding. Defense number 36. 5-yard penalty for an end of the run. Automatic 1st down.
And he saw that pretty quickly and scrambled for the 1st down.
From the 43. Jackson under center. Gus Edwards. You'll see 3 backs for the Ravens.
As a fullback, you just don't see that.
Boyle had a season-ending injury week 10 at New England. 2nd down and 6 now. Zeros on the play clock.
Delay game. Offense number 8. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
After they've given up 7 points quick here, they need to get something going offensively.
Quick throw and a completion.
Around.
3rd and 7. Jackson took a hit up the middle, down the sideline, and wanted the big play to Marquise Brown, but there's a flag.
You had the pass interference penalty.
Defense number 36. Spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
3 penalties already on the Browns, 2 against M.J. Stewart. Here's 1st down and 10. Pressure. Jackson nearly slipped down again. Now trying to run away from people, and he's got that wide receiver speed, and he'll pick up the necessary yardage.
In this league has.
1st down and 10. Jackson nearly slipped down again. Keeps it, and he's wrestled out of bounds by Carl Joseph. 2nd and 4. It's always on me. Dobbins trying to get to the corner and can't. Great tackle.
Rub routes and things like that, but he's expanded out here down at the bottom of the screen with Mitchell.
Got Ricard in the slot too. 3rd and 3. Keeper. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown Ravens for Lamar Jackson.
Watch Bradley Bozeman. He's going to pull and he's going to kick out on Myles Garrett. That's the key right there. And then you get a little bit of a crease for Orlando Brown up in the hole, and a touchdown for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, there was a little miscommunication with B.J. Goodson trying to get everyone lined up, and when the signal caller can't get everyone else lined up, you see him get out of sorts as far as his gap, and that's exactly where Lamar Jackson hit it.
Justin Tucker perfect on the season on extra points. And he's perfect there. We would have seen all season, considering the way the Browns are playing and the Ravens being in town, and we certainly missed that.
That dog pound, you know, you see you know they're wolfing underneath that mask, and it's just going up. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't dance like that.
No. And just in his 3rd season for Nick Chubb. Phenomenal. On 1st down and 10. Here is Chubb. Able to pick up a couple.
Never late to meetings, understands the playbook, and is as reliable a running back as you could ever hope for as a quarterback.
So he is all ball. 2nd down and 8, 3 tight ends in for the Browns. Down the sideline, looking for Harrison Bryant.
Pass interference. Defense number 36. Spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
And as a route run.
Bryant, the first player to not play in a Power 5 conference to win that Mackey for the best tight end in all of college football. Free play. Flag comes in, and on that free play, not so free.
Hard count from Baker
There are 2
Mayfield.
fouls on the play. Offside. Defense number 8, 98. That penalty is declined. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 99. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Up.
That's a tough call.
Did not lead with the crown of his helmet. His face was up, but he did make contact with Baker's face mask. But I agree, that's a tough call on a defensive line.
On the Baltimore 40. Mayfield to Landry. And that football comes out. It was all white jerseys around, and I think the Browns might have gotten it back. Let's see.
Marlon Humphrey again. I mean, this is just, it's reminiscent of Peanut Tillman. He played for Chicago. I played with him, and every single time he would make a tackle, he's punching for that ball. That's his 8th forced fumble on the year.
The ruling on the field is a catch, fumble, and recovered by Cleveland. 2nd down.
2nd down and 6 now.
180. What's that? 180. What's that?
Give it a Chubb. Higgins, and maybe even Landry, and he's gotten them both so far tonight. 3rd and 4. Mayfield, sideline shot, and over the head of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Or at the 34, and Baker Mayfield and the offense are staying on the field.
I like this. Aggressive by Kevin Stefanski.
Instead of the 54-yard field goal to the win, they go for it, and it's broken up. And a flag comes in. Jimmy Smith had the coverage and thought he knocked it away from Rashard Higgins. Let's check the marker.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Instead of first down.
6th accepted penalty of this quarter. And the Browns are in business again. 23 of Baltimore. Janovich out of the backfield. Couldn't haul it in.
We're going to go 4 down. We're going to 36.
Going to get Harrison Bryant.
False start. Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Install in a bigger way this season, and it's worked for him.
And that's why he's under center so much more this season. Well, he's out of the gun here on 2nd and 15. Too far for Landry.
That's for sure.
3rd and 15. Here comes the pressure. Mayfield gets out of there. He's got blockers. Picks up the blocker from his tight end. And he is wrestled out of bounds. Right.
Unbelievable.
What happened to somebody else, right? 39-yard field goal attempt from Cody Parkey is no good. Missed it to the left. Are we still doing that, really? 2nd possession of the night for the Ravens. Jackson comes out throwing, and Willie Snead, good players now remaining on. Geno Stone, Terrell Bonds, and Des Bryant. Here's Jackson trying to break free, and he's going to be dropped.
Long, that's exactly what Cleveland wants you to do. Gives your pass rush time to work.
3rd down and 12. Jackson slips again, and a flag comes in as Jackson is dropped again.
Illegal motion. Offense number 80. Penalty decline. Result of the play. 4th down.
3 and out for the Ravens. Sam Cook is back to punt. First punt of the night. He's back at his 5-yard line. Donovan Peoples-Jones looking for some contact on the fair catch.
Not only did he set the stage for Jackie Robinson, but some of those Hall of Fame Browns players that came after him, like Jim Brown and Leroy Kelly and Paul Warfield as well.
From the 35, Mayfield under pressure, setting up the screen. And it is Kareem Hunt. Flag comes in. Chased down by Justin Ellis.
Illegal use of hands. Hands in the face. Defense number 24. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
They get back in the huddle, Motley, keep playing.
Cool first-hand backstory on some of the football history here in Cleveland and what it meant elsewhere. And everybody knows the Jackie Robinson story.
What a player he was, and then Teller and Treader. This has been the foundation of the Browns' success this year on offense.
2nd down and 6. All sorts of time for Baker Mayfield across the middle.
If they don't solve that riddle, this could be turned into a long night in obvious passing situations.
Baltimore rushing 4, gets some pressure. Mayfield chase, throws, and it's deflected and knocked off the fingertips. Browns trot out Jamie Gillen. You know him as the Scottish Hammer, to punt it away from the 34. Touchback. Call the incident with Mason Rudolph. Ripped off his helmet and hit him with it. We asked Garrett about it. Garrett said an instance does not. For that, you see the silhouette on winners' jerseys. From the 31. Gus Edwards.
And on the league, but he's moved past it, and he's tried to make good out of it going forward.
2nd and 6 off the play fake. Jackson has all sorts of time. And Lamar's going to run out of there now. Pick up the first down.
Out numbers, that's where Lamar Jackson has struggled to throw the ball.
He's only thrown it twice tonight, completing 1 pass. J.K. Dobbins, good effort, good blocking. What a job by Jim.
It's an attitude football team, and if you don't match that right there, they'll keep doing it all night long.
It is Dobbins again, and he slips down.
When hands are such an important part of his game as a pass rusher. See if he's able to come back into this one.
Porter Gustin checked in his place. 2nd and 9. Jackson surveys the field. Snead's got it. He juggled it, hauled it in, and has the first down. From the Cleveland 31. Jackson will keep it and get the end. Into the red zone and knocked out with Franco Harris leading the way. From the Cleveland 11 on 1st and 10. It is the back, Edwards. Turns the corner, lowers the shoulder, and got there. Touchdown, Ravens.
A sense of urgency from these Baltimore Ravens. They come on the road with their playoff lives on the line. You see the effort there from Gus Edwards, Lamar Jackson. Looks like that ball just crossed the plane. A great effort from Gus.
Don't want to give out his locale or anything, but in the state, let's just say that. Tucker for the extra point. Good. I'm Steve Levy, Cleveland, Ohio. An important game. First time these two arch rivals have met when both teams have had winning records the second half of the season. Ravens running at almost an 8-yard average per rush tonight. Now it's the Browns' turn with the football. Down to Lisa. Things are different in Cleveland for these Browns. Plenty to be excited about Kevin Stefanski and their future going forward. Here's Baker Mayfield. In some pressure. Able to get away, and the throw is incomplete.
Especially when play-action pass is not there for them to be had. They have to start winning the one-on-ones on the outside to supplement the run game.
Mayfield's missed on his last 6 passes. Able to complete that one with Jarvis Landry. First down, Cleveland.
Well, it's 3rd down. They brought a little bit of a pressure and a zone behind it.
Here's Nick Chubb. Good second effort out beyond the 40-yard line. Stephen Carlson in motion. Mayfield to throw. Down the sideline, it is caught. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Gives it to Chubb. Pushing the pile. 2nd and 2. It is Chubb right through the middle. Touchdown, Browns.
Yeah, just watch Jack Conklin right here. Watch Janovich leading up in the hole. And watch Jarvis Landry. Watch all these guys at the point of attack. All just get good blocks. Conklin misses the block initially. Comes back and gets it. Jarvis Landry up in the hole. Him and Donovan Peoples-Jones on the run. Before that had gotten good blocks out on the perimeter. And Nick Chubb, when he gets ahead of steam, it's all she wrote.
Cody Parkey missed the field goal from 39. He's got the extra point.
Tonight, and then Joey Burrow in Cincinnati, and Then you got the old fella.
Yeah, Ben saying, what about me? Here's Duvernay from the 1. Devin Duvernay for Baltimore. And he'll get out to the 20.
For the AFC North.
Miami and Buffalo also play in the final week of the season in the AFC East. We know this, the Patriots will not win the division this season. They've been eliminated from AFC East contention. Lamar slips again, and now trying to get out of trouble, and he slips down a second time. 4 times. And again, some of that's the Cleveland pressure, but some of that is him slipping down. Here's Dobbins. Met hard.
So costly because it's hard for them to get back.
And as expected, keep it simple. Go the ground game. Justice Hill, his first carry in the game against the Cowboys last Tuesday. Here's Cook to punt it away. Peoples-Jones will let it bounce and scoop it up at the 32. Starting from their own 35. Baltimore rushing 4. Quick throw. It is Peoples-Jones. Tried to cut it up, but he slipped down.
Find whoever Jimmy Smith's guard. It's down at the bottom of the screen.
Mayfield threw it to Hunt, and he was lit up. 3rd and 3. Baltimore still got 2 timeouts.
I know it's man-to-man. Safety goes outside with the tight end.
Here's the pressure. Mayfield got away and able to complete. Higgins on the reception. A flag comes in.
Pass interference. Offense number 11. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Got Peoples-Jones.
I'm calling a quick timeout if you're John Harbaugh. Maybe save some time for your offense.
3rd and 13. Rushing 5. Mayfield. Oof. Hit as he throws.
Fine downfield and
intentional grounding. Offense number 6. Spot foul. Lost it down. 4th down.
Gets it away from the 10. Short kick to let it bounce. And Baltimore is going to start with some excellent field positions.
Listen, you know Lamar doesn't want to wear those because he's a speed player.
Here's Jackson with a minute before halftime. Just his 4th pass of the night. And the other side, and Brown can't come up with that one. 3rd and 10. They've only taken 9 seconds off the clock. Here's Jackson in some trouble, running into his own players. Had a man wide open, and it's Mark Andrews. Welcome to the game, Mark Andrews. Thrilled to have him back after missing the last 2 games, thigh injury, and on the COVID-19 reserve list. Jackson takes off. So much green in front of him for the Lamar Jackson touchdown. There is a penalty marker down.
We saw this last week.
Defense number 39. Penalty decline. Result of the play. Touchdown.
The level. He's going to make you pay. Watch this. This is Carl Joseph. He's going to follow the tight end, and that's going to leave a huge lane for Lamar Jackson. This is a pass. He's looking downfield, doesn't see it. But when you play man-to-man against an athlete like Lamar and you don't have your lanes, he's going to be throwing it into the dog pound.
They were 3rd and 10 from their own 44 after 2 early incompletions. Looked like a drive going nowhere. And then Andrews comes up with a 40-yard reception. He can run, and that's without changing the old cleats. All right, still 30 seconds to play here in the half.
And listen,
that can put up a lot more points than the Browns. But so far, so good tonight. No question about it.
Let's see how the Browns play this. Still 2 timeouts. Mayfield needs a chunk play. And got it.
And on defense, keep number 8 contained somehow.
Baker feels the heat. Hit as he throws, incomplete.
For one vote getter for the Pro Bowl and special teams in the league. That's how good he is.
20 seconds to play in the half. Try to set up the screen, and they do for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to wind the clock, and now the timeout. And only won that game by 6. Need about 16 yards or so to get a shot at a field goal, and of course, they can't stop the clock with a timeout. Why not? Mayfield airing it out. Guy's got a gun. And a collision. Chuck Clark ran into the goalpost while looking for that football.
Because if you turn your back on him, you can turn your back on him once. Don't do it twice. He'll make you pay.
Devin Duvernay gets a crack at this, and that 4.39 speed will sit on the sideline. Now to Lisa.
Keep him in the pocket. If he does get out, rally, make a tackle, but hey, he's a good player.
Here's Lamar with those new sneakers, floats one and nearly intercepted off the fingertips of Mark Andrews. There is a flag down at midfield.
Illegal contact. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Fresh set of downs for the Ravens. J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier.
And they were using Ingram for just the quote-unquote dirty work. They haven't had any of that for him tonight.
Dobbins would have enjoyed that halftime show. 2nd down and 9. And Marquise Brown finally hangs on to one. 3rd and 3. Jackson will keep it. Lamar Jackson cuts it up. Look at the speed by Lamar Jackson. Well over 100 yards rushing for the game.
Best suits him, and then it's just off to the races.
And they're selling a lot of those white sneakers right now everywhere. Here's Gus Edwards. Edwards will prance into the end zone. Touchdown. The running game explodes.
Do that with both guys. Watch Ogunjobi and Myles Garrett. That leaves the inside for Gus Edwards.
Look, you're going to have to get off blocks. You're going to have to make one-on-one tackles in the hole. And you see right there, Mack Wilson misses. These backs will make you pay. And that was the result here.
See how effective this 1-2 punch is in this offense. When you have Lamar Jackson threatening the perimeter.
6 points.
Back-to-back 4-play touchdown drives by the Ravens going back to that late second quarter. The 14 points come in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Knew we had the right people to succeed. That was even before the first game. They get their doors blown off by these Ravens. Still feeling good about his program. And we'll see how they respond here, trailing by 14. And on first down, Baker rolling to the left and completing to Bryant, Philadelphia area. And Stefanski thought he was helping out, and in turn he wound up being the one that got all the assistance on the ground. Able to pick up the first down. About team building and the head coach.
Muhammad passed away, and you just got to know guys, and trust comes from that knowledge.
Baker overthrows his intended target.
Because you trust the guy next to you, and the Browns are going to need every bit of that right now.
And you can relate.
That's
you know,
right.
You have the same experiences.
He said everybody's got something. Here's Nick Chubb for another first down. And the other part that, and it felt very college-y to me, but it seemed to work at the pro level. I think they bought in. Mayfield, all sorts of time, wanted to go deep, and that ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Well, him and Calais Campbell have not been right now for a few weeks. Derek Wolf's picked up a lot of the slack on that defensive line for the Ravens. 2nd and 10. Mayfield rolling to the right and throwing and completing. Njoku
To get going in order to help them get back in this football game.
1st down and 10. Looks like they wanted to set up the screen there to Chubb. And because he's always rolling out, that's the reason he hangs on to the football so long, longer than any other quarterback in the NFL. Sounds like a negative, can be a positive. Mayfield, quick throw there to Nick Chubb. Try to squeeze through, and it'll be short of the marker.
Be interesting to see what kind of strategy he employs as they get down here in the red area.
Keep an eye on Kareem Hunt in these short yardage situations.
Top of your screen. Mayfield was looking that way the whole time. And it is Hunt. Did he catch it in bounds? He's got a catch. We'll see where they mark him. Spotted at the 5. The Ravens might have thought about a challenge there, but we saw it on the replay. Got them both in. Rolling him to the right. And he'll throw it out of the back of the end zone.
Smart dub in the game in this situation.
Motion Landry in the backfield. They do give it to the back. Kareem Hunt, touchdown.
And when you get down inside the red zone, you just want to play power football. Lean on your offensive line. And whether it's Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt, power football into the end zone.
Whenever you see defenders talking right up to the snap and they're not quite sure of how to line up because backfield motion is changing the strength, that's when you've got them right where you want them. That's where you can just hit them downhill. Creates natural creases. The result is 6.
Parkey missed the extra point. And their fans can't enjoy it with them. And hopefully that all gets worked out come next season. Down to Lisa.
And this season, he said in hopes that some of the younger guys can learn from his mistakes.
On the ground, Gus Edwards staying on his feet.
Card in the game, the fullback, usually the ball follows him.
Off the play fake. Across the middle, it is caught. First down and 10 extra, blocker in for the Ravens. Straight ground game. Dobbins, nothing doing there.
This offense, and you can tell that message obviously was delivered.
Richardson had the big stop on Derrick Henry on 4th and 1 a week ago. Here's Jackson trying to get out of there. He'll take on some people and took a big shot.
For 2 in the rush just to keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket.
On 3rd and 7, got it in there. Mark Andrews fires it in there.
So this is the time where they should get and take a shot down the field.
Jackson spikes the football in frustration. Check the flag.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Down the boundary or in the middle of the field for a big shot.
Ravens push back to their side of the field. Go to the ground game. Dobbins just across midfield. 2nd and 11.
I thought coming in, Lamar should have maybe 15 rushes and Dobbins maybe 10 and Edwards 10.
Jackson, nice pockets. Got some touch on that one. And Willie Snead couldn't bring it down.
Was feeling downhill and being so aggressive.
3rd and 11. Browns rush 4. Jackson steps and fires. And too far. Too much air on it for Mark Andrews.
That was a lot more open than the one before even.
Yep. But they had their shots. 2 shots in a row, set them up perfectly. Quarterback's just got to hit them.
Cook from his 40. Fair catch by Peoples-Jones from his 13. Away, and the Super Bowl is still on schedule. February 7th, Raymond James in Tampa. Worst starting field position of the game for the Browns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyus Bowser, and he's going to be marked short of the goal line. Going for 2 here. Oh, I beg your pardon. Just short of the marker. And they'll go for 6 here. And the touchdown for J.K. Dobbins. Makes a big play here.
Easy walk-in touchdown. Baker Mayfield had avoided that catastrophic turnover. He had eliminated that from his game for the last 5 times that they've strapped it up. And at one of the worst times, it rears its ugly head again.
Extra point is blocked. Blocked at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if the Browns can pick it up. It is blocked at the line of scrimmage by Vincent Taylor.
And Wink Martindale just keeps putting him in those situations, and he's delivering.
Bring it out to the 25. 8 combined rushing touchdowns tonight most in an NFL game since 2004. Probably shouldn't be surprised. Ground game. Nick Chubb trying to find a couple holes. Brandon Williams tripped him up.
The way to get him loose.
2nd and 6. See if we get a false start there.
False start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That's Jedrick Wills.
They haven't been in this situation in a lot of instances together. They're learning, and this is another opportunity for them, down 2 scores late.
Yeah, Treader, the center, he's the old man at 29. Here's Landry cutting it back.
Maker, they're going to need him if they're going to come back in this one.
3rd and 5. Baker surveying, now trying to take off.
That's a gritty
Illegal
play.
use of hands to the face. Defense number 33. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic 1st down.
So
This link in the secondary.
Nick Chubb caught in the backfield.
Tackle to start all the games this year. Out of those 4 first-round left tackles that were drafted this offseason, he's been durable.
Yeah, you know, they're used to a great play at that position with the all-timer Joe Thomas here.
Zip some up-tempo.
Pressure. Mayfield got away from it. And nowhere close to the line. He needed the gain.
The minimum.
Baker's out of the shotgun. Mayfield, a quick throw. Who else? It is Jarvis Landry when they need the big play.
That's what they have to be creative getting the ball to him.
Get another play off before the quarter ends. Mayfield loads up down the sideline. And too far for Rashard Higgins.
About 12 men on the
Cleveland
field.
is challenging on the ruling on the field of 12 men on defense. Timeout.
Welcome back. Let's see how many defenders are on the field here. Use my counter. I think see how far my counter goes.
You only can have 11, right?
Oh, it doesn't go to 15. Wait, stand by. There we go.
Very
15
good.
on the field.
So you're saying you can't do that? Kevin Stefanski, when he challenges, it's usually a good challenge. He's now 5 for 6 on his challenges this season. First and 5. Kareem Hunt got the first down and more. Swung out of bounds and has been added to the IR with a hamstring injury. Opening play, 4th quarter. Browns on the move, needing a touchdown.
They got man-to-man at the top of the screen with Kareem Hunt if they want it.
Baker's looking to the left, and that ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
And they've gotten him twice already.
Baker listed at 6'1". Handoff. It's Hunt in heavy traffic. 3rd and 8 from the 25. Landry's top of your screen. Here comes the pressure. It's picked up. Mayfield rolling to his right. Trying to turn the corner. 4th down and 4. Ravens bringing the heat. Mayfield able to get out of there and throw, and it is caught. Touchdown, Rashard Higgins.
In the football field, he was trying to go left and came back right. You see Marcus Peters again trying to keep an eye on the quarterback to try and steal one, gets caught up on the feet of Rashard Higgins. And this is how sometimes it happens with Marcus. Even though here he slipped and fell down, got caught up, got his feet tangled up. Sometimes it's feast or famine with him. You got to assume the defense is going to hold and that you're going to score again.
Here's Baker. Mayfield will throw for it, and it is deflected and caught.
Well,
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
It's always great.
On the receiving end off the deflection from Kareem Hunt.
This one.
Yeah, that's true, too. That's true, too.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
But you know what? The analytics tell you there's a much better chance to win it in regulation if you go for two the first time. And sometimes people just kind of stay true to that kind of rationale. And if the analytics people tell you to do that, which you know analytics plays a big part in the Cleveland Browns football operation.
So just for the fan,
you're the one counting to 15 on the screen with the players.
What an answer from Baker Mayfield when he had to have it. Making plays, extending plays, and now will Lamar Jackson be back in the game?
Lisa Saw.
Tight game with a division rival when your team has to have it to keep playoff hopes alive.
On the road, expecting to lean on that great running game. Let's see. McSorley's going to keep it himself and then slide down. McSorley going to throw for it, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Mark Andrews is lined up. You better take care of him.
Browns fake the pressure, drop out of it, and it is dropped. Marquise Brown, his third drop of the night. Cook on his 15. Donovan Peoples-Jones is back to Cleveland at his 25. He's going to pump that out of bounds. They can check that off. First down and 10.
I think that division title is certainly, with the way that the Steelers have been playing, certainly come back into the vision.
Baker's feeling it, rolling to his right, directing traffic. And under pressure, he'll throw it away.
He didn't see it, though.
Baltimore blitzing. It's Jarvis Landry for the first down. 35 in the game. A couple of big catches here in the second half. Here's Hunt on the ground game. Approaching midfield.
A lot of time with him down in Florida in the offseason training. Very close.
2nd and 5. Hunt again. First down. And some hard yards there. Mayfield got rid of it just before he was dropped. They go back to Chubb.
I'm going to take a shot on Marcus Peters because Marcus Peters is limping around out there. Maybe he's more hurt than he's letting on.
Quick throw and a completion. Higgins.
Without Jimmy Smith and now Devontae Harrison, they're not able to play that tight man-to-man.
It's Chubb.
Yeah, but if this defense doesn't let him score, it doesn't matter.
Mayfield able to complete again.
And you can protect him even when you bring pressure.
That's Landry in motion. In the red zone. It's Chubb. Inside the 10, first down to the 6. On the ground, here's Chubb.
Hunt at the top of the screen on Malik Harrison, one-on-one.
11th play of the drive. Mayfield throwing back in the end zone. And Njoku could not bring it down.
Telling the line to go all the way out to the right.
Mayfield trying to escape. Turns the corner, running away from Wolf. Touchdown! And he slides home. Baker Mayfield for the score.
He wants to go right here to Jarvis Landry. You see Marlon Humphrey's going to get a good hit on him, though. He's going to get a good jam on him. He can't go there. You see him pump fake, escape out to the right. He goes, hey, you know what? How about me? Why not me? Why not I run it? Why don't I just run it in? Great job by Baker Mayfield. Great series for the Cleveland Browns offense.
Now here's Cody Parkey. He's already missed a field goal and an extra point, and it's going to be delay a game.
Listen, we went through all that analytics, went for two, got it for just this opportunity.
There you go.
That's what the coach is thinking.
Snap good. Place. Kick. Good. 15 points here in the fourth quarter while keeping Baltimore off the scoreboard. Cleveland 35, Baltimore 34. And the Ravens about to get the football. Duvernay from the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21.
Again, still back in the locker room being treated for cramping.
Thank you, Lisa. So it's Trace McSorley in a tough spot. Off the play fake. McSorley throwing on the run. Seeing some history here tonight, fellas.
That's unbelievable stat. I knew about Evansville, though. That's where my dad's from.
Handoff. Not much there. I was going to say.
I tell you, defensive players love this.
My headset
love this.
Sounds like 68,000 strong. Hope you're enjoying it at home wherever you are. McSorley throwing, and it is caught. Willie Snead went up and made a play for his quarterback.
Great job by Willie Snead.
5 minutes to go in the fourth. Handoff, it's Dobbins. And that football comes out at the end for the Nittany Lions.
Well, he's a playmaker, and you're right. He's a little bit better accuracy in this game, so if you're Greg Roman, you feel comfortable calling those plays.
2nd and 1. Dobbins has the first down. And more. He's out across midfield.
They're trying to go down and win this game.
Gus Edwards. Again, ripping off 5-6. Second and 4. Gus Edwards again, tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
Backfield, you have an opportunity for a play-action pass whenever you want it with McSorley.
3rd and 2. Trace going to keep it, and he slips down. It's in for 4th down and 5. Trailing by a point. Jackson trying to throw for it, and he's got it. Marquise Brown hangs onto the football and scores. How do you like that? Tremendous run forward. He throws it to Marquise Brown, who's dropped 3 passes tonight. He's got a chance to be the hero.
Both Terrence Mitchell and the safety were right there, and they lost Marquise Brown. They tried to come up onto Lamar Jackson, and Marquise Brown, after those drops you mentioned, wide open for the touchdown.
Yeah, how many times have we talked about on previous broadcasts? That's Olivier Vernon trying to get out there to cover a back. And when you have bunch formations like that, if you don't get on different levels and you don't play with vision, you'll pick your buddy off. And that's exactly what happened. Just a lot of congestion. Olivier
also to make it a 7-point game. Minute 51 to go. It is Dobbins. Got there.
Meet Dobbins at the goal line. This is big boy football. And Dobbins wins that battle.
Needed it. Had to have it.
Absolutely. This is, I mean, he comes in there like a rocket.
The Ravens had to have this. They had to have this game. And they were on the ropes. All the momentum was swinging back to Cleveland for Baker Mayfield.
And all 3 timeouts for the Browns. Lamar Jackson has won a ball game tonight here in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, what's your answer? Able to throw and complete. Donovan Peoples-Jones.
So they got Anthony Levine now playing nickel in the slot. Backup safety.
Mayfield running away. And completing. 2nd down and 3. Need a touchdown. Mayfield steps up and throws underneath. Kareem Hunt. He'll split a few defenders. And it'll be thrown down at the 21.
Leaking out to his left. He seems right in his zone right now.
No reason to force the ball downfield. Keep taking it.
It's Hunt again. Makes a move. 1st down. Touchdown.
Exciting as that offensive drive was for Baltimore, they could not overcome the injuries in the secondary. That's Marlon Humphrey. He's just playing zone on the outside, and it's great recognition by Baker Mayfield. Just give it to the hitch route on the outside, and Kareem Hunt does the rest.
There's a new candidate for the NFL game of the regular season.
Yeah.
What an affair here tonight in Cleveland.
It's true. We don't know how healthy he
After
is.
reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
All right, they took a long look at that. On the way. And with a slugfest with 84 points. And they'll bring it out to the 25. 64 ticks, 1 timeout left for Baltimore. Jackson patient in the pocket underneath. It's Mark Andrews. 1st down. He's out to the 39.
Get people on the ground. Yards after the catch are going to get you beat.
It's Andrews again. Across midfield.
And a quick timeout from John Harbaugh.
Why he was really in the locker room all that time. Watching Trace McSorley. 1st down and 10. Cross for Snead. Inbounds. Justin Tucker's career long is 61. Hit a 55-yarder earlier this season. It's Andrews again. Can't stop the clock. 55. For the win. And Justin Tucker has done it for Baltimore. There are 2 seconds left on the clock.
Pick in the draft. What a great game.
And not only that, it was a physical game up front. 2 offensive lines, both offensive lines.
Football. Makes the biggest play maybe of the game.
All right, let's see. We get a few hook and laterals there. Hunt got it first on the completion. Baker winds up with the football back in his hands. And here's Jarvis Landry. The zeros on the clock. Throwing it back. Ball picked up.
Wow.
This is really staying alive.
Got no place to be.
There's nobody behind him.
This is Higgins.
Safety. After all that.
And that's how it should end. Wow. The signal for the safety. And that will make it a 3-point victory. A 5-point victory by the Baltimore Ravens after leading by 3. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.